Art Algebra 2, I made this example up. This will help you on your worksheets. It's not an exact problem for your worksheets, but you can basically get an example of what to do here. So we've been working on rational exponents and solving equations. Y'all are doing a really good job on it. This is where the problems combine the rational exponents and solving for the x squared thing. So you have 6 of these problems to do today. You're going to be working on them all day. And it's due at the end of the class. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and start with what I know. When I see this square root sign, if there's not a second square root sign, then I know I got to get everything that's not the square root to the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Here's my 2x plus 12 under my this. I'm going to move this x over. This says minus x, minus x, minus x. So the opposite of that is plus x, plus x. Now, you'll notice that the 2 and the x, like the 2 does not have an x, and so they don't go together. It looks like this. This is a positive x that goes first. This is a positive 2 right here. And you end up with this. Now, you've got to get rid of this square root somehow. So to stay within theme of how we've been doing this, I'm going to rewrite this. Remember, on square root, if there's no number there, it's a 2. And if there's no number here, it's a 1. So I'm going to go ahead and rewrite this as 2x plus 12 to the 1/2 equals x plus 2. All I did was rewrite. Now I'm going to go ahead and clear this exponent. I'm going to clear this exponent, and I'm going to do that by raising it to the power of 2 over 1. And why do I do that? Because when you multiply these two fractions, they cancel out. So I'm going to multiply this up to the power of 2 over 1. So what comes out, what happens next? This disappears, and this frees up my work. So now I have 2x plus 12. Oops, I don't want that. I want black ink. So now I have 2x plus 12. And this is the fun part. When you get into factoring, 2x plus 12 equals x plus 2 over 2 over 1. Y'all, 2 over 1 is just 2. So it's x plus 2 squared. It's x plus 2 squared. This is what x plus 2 squared looks like. It looks like this. Now you have to FOIL this. X squared, how do you do that? It goes over this way, it goes over this way. X squared plus 2x. And then I'm going to go over here now. Plus another 2x, and then plus 4, because 2 times 2 is 4. So if you didn't know what I did multiplication, x times x, x squared. X times 2, 2x. Then I moved over to this 2, 2 times x, 2x. 2 times 2, 4. Now I have all of these things in here, and I have to go ahead and basically combine them. Why do I have to combine them? Because whenever we did this square right now, what happened was we introduced the x square. When you see an x square happen and it says, hey, we need solutions, your mind should already say, I need everything to be 0 on one side and everything else over on the other side. So I'm going to combine my like terms. On one side, I have x squared plus 4x. That's 2x plus 2x plus 4. And again, I'm going very slowly on this because I want to make sure I don't skip a step. Okay, now I have 2x plus 12 equals all this stuff. I'm going to move the 2x over, and I'm going to subtract it under the 4x. And then I want to move the 12 over, and I'm going to subtract it under the 4. So when I'm done with this all cancels out. This goes away with this goes away with this, and I'm left with 0 on this side. And then when I have this down, what I'm going to end up with is x squared. 4 minus 2 is 2x. And then 4 minus 12 is negative 8. So that's what I have for my, my work so far. I'm going to scroll down. That's just one part of it. That's about half the credit. Now you got to basically break this down. As soon as you see the x squared and you have everything equal to 0, you're going to write out your ABCs. Not your ABA. ABC and then AC. Our A is 1, our B is 2, our C is negative 8, and our A times C, 1 times negative 8, negative 8. It has to multiply to this and add to this. And so what numbers am I going to look at? Well, I have 1 times 8, and I have 2 times 4. 2 times 4 is equal to 8, all right? Not negative, we'll figure that out. And then I bet you I can figure out some combination that works here. So what am I thinking? I think it's going to be a positive 4 and a negative 2. Positive 4 and a negative 2. Is that accurate? I think so. Looks like a weird 9. I'll fix that. A positive 4 and a negative 2. Because positive 4 times negative 2, negative 8. Positive 4 plus negative 2 is positive 2. Watch how I rewrite this. I'm going to go ahead and rewrite this. 0 equals x squared. I'm going to change this 2x, and I'll underline in purple, into these things. Minus 2x plus 4x minus 8. I'm going to switch to the purple. This number here, this number here. Sorry for the skip. I underlined both these numbers. I made a mistake on something. So with that said, I'm almost done with this video, y'all. What you have to do next is you basically have to look at this, and then this is where that step comes into play, where you draw your parentheses. Make sure all signs are inside the parentheses when we do the factoring by grouping. So I'm going to now take out my GCF. I'm going to take out my x right here, and then I have x minus 2. I'm going to take out my 4 right here, and then I have x minus 2. So I'm going to have x plus 4, which I got from right here, and then I'm going to have the x minus 2 equaling to 0. Set both of these equal to 0, and it'll change the sign, so you end up with x equals negative 4 as one of your possible answers, and you'll end up with x equals 2 as one of your possible answers. Then you have to go back and plug it in, see if it works, which one's the extraneous, which one's the good one. And that is enough for today.